I got a text from my best friend 3 days after he died. At first, I thought someone was playing a sick joke, but when I opened the message, it said only 2 words, "Don't trust them." And the phone it came from, it was locked inside the police evidence locker. Before I tell you what happened, you need to understand something. My friend Daniel wasn't the kind of guy who believed in ghosts. He was logical, calm, the type who laughed at horror movies. So when he died in what the police called a simple car accident, none of us questioned it. Until the messages started, Daniel's funeral was small. Just family, a few co-workers, and me. I kept staring at his coffin, thinking about the last time we talked. It was the night before the accident. He sounded nervous. I asked him what was wrong, and he said, "Nothing. I'll tell you tomorrow." But tomorrow never came. 3 days later, I was lying in bed when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but then I saw the contact name. Daniel. My stomach dropped. I opened the message. It said, "Don't trust them," that was it. 2 words, no explanation. At first I thought someone had Daniel's phone, maybe a family member. But when I called his sister, she told me something that made my blood run cold. Daniel's phone was with the police. They had taken it from the crash scene. It was sealed in an evidence bag. No one had access to it. That night I barely slept. Around 3:17 a.m., my phone buzzed again. Another message from Daniel. This time it said, "They're watching you." My heart started racing. I locked my doors, closed the curtains, and tried to convince myself this was just some twisted prank. But then my phone buzzed again. It wasn't a message this time, it was a photo. A blurry image taken in the dark. At first I couldn't tell what it was. Then I noticed something in the corner. A street sign, the one right outside my apartment. The photo had been taken outside my building. The next morning I went to the police station. I told them everything. They looked confused, but one officer checked the evidence locker. Daniel's phone was still there, still sealed, still powered off. That's when the officer asked me something strange. "Are you sure the messages came from Daniel's number?" I checked my phone and my heart nearly stopped, because the number sending the messages was mine. That night my phone buzzed again. One last message from Daniel. It said, "Now they know you know." And just as I read it, I heard a knock at my door. 3 slow knocks, and when I checked the people, no one was there. But my phone buzzed again. A final message: don't open it. If this story gave you chills, you're not alone. And here's the creepy part. Stories like this are reported all the time. So tell me in the comments, what would you do if your dead friend texted you? And if you enjoy realistic horror stories like this, make sure to like the video, comment your scariest experience, and subscribe for new terrifying stories every week. Because next week's story might be even worse. That's called the voice message my dead sister left me. And trust me, you won't want to hear it alone.